All right. Welcome to another Woods Report. A lot going on in Trump world today. A lot going on in Fani Willis world today. Boy, I tell you.
He's coming at her.
And I can tell you don't know because you haven't said anything today.
Mm-mm.
So you don't know the whole, what's the whole controversy. And I can tell Mama don't know because she didn't say anything today.
Oh, so you got the full.
So this is news for both of y'all.
Well, we knew he was going to come after her.
Well, you know they are. Now, have you heard anything about him talking about her? Right? They showed that, right, Mom?
Yeah, a little bit.
With him saying about her dating a former gang member and all.
Yeah.
So you did see it,
Yeah.
right? And saying that he's saying,
You like a gangster.
what kind of world
You a gangster yourself.
what kind of world we live
So
in?
we should be talking about Milana and who she married to.
When your prosecutor, in his opinion, is dating a ex-gang member and coming after him. And then I still listen because I watch everything. I watch Fox News, I watch CNN, I watch
everybody's take on
MSNBC.
it.
I watch the conservatives and the liberal
Okay.
because I don't belong to either party. And I watch how both of them spin stuff. I don't understand. I couldn't blindly follow what's wrong, my hair?
It's just sticking out.
I couldn't blindly follow a party these days in
Like
2023.
wholeheartedly?
Nah.
And
I don't know why people do. I can see you being leaning towards one more than the other.
That's why Sarah on The View
I can't.
and Anna, they were saying they need to change the primary and how you vote primary. Because primary, they force you to vote party.
Yeah.
But on the national, the main voting, you can vote a Republican for something. You can vote a Democrat. You can vote an independent.
Yeah.
You have the freedom.
I don't understand how
I don't
some
like
people,
straight
I'm
ticket.
letting some people get the notification. So that's why I'm letting
Oh, really?
I'm talking.
Oh.
They saying they don't get the notifications right away, but
And you sent it?
no, YouTube is supposed to send it. But you know they got us blocked and everything. But I could not blindly follow any of these parties. Both of them. You watch both of them spend something.
Of them,
I'll sit and I'll watch something. That's why you probably should watch C-SPAN. Because C-SPAN just plays what the person says.
Okay.
And then you make your own decision. You come away with feeling the way you feel.
They don't give their narrative.
No.
They don't make it their narrative.
No.
Okay.
But when you watch CNN and you watch Fox News and all of that, they all give their own spin and their own takes.
Okay.
Now, here's the latest with Fani Willis. All right, Ma?
Okay.
All right, because she listens. We're one of her news sources, too. She's a raving news reporter, but we also give her news. She gives us news and we give her news. Now, when Trump was talking to his cult, he made a statement saying that Fani Willis has a troubling background. I'm paraphrasing what he was saying.
Skeletons in your closet.
And he heard, that's why a lot of these young black guys like him. Because he keeps his ears to the streets.
Yes.
He's a street
What's
hustler.
the word out for her? Tell me, give me some dirt.
He's old thug. There's young thug that's in YSL that she's going after, and then there's old thug.
And maybe that's why she's good at going after thugs, because she used to date one.
Well, let's see.
Let's go.
So he heard, keeping his ears to the street, the hustler that he is, that his grandfather was and that he was, his father was, that Fani Willis has some connections to the streets. Okay? And his claim was that she dated. Now it's big. And you got to know the rap game to know how big this is. Okay.
Mm-hmm. She dated a rap star.
Well, there's two. Well, let's just say she went after everybody, but there's two main gangs in Atlanta that she was after.
Mm-hmm.
So we got YSL and we got YFN. Both of them have famous rappers connected to them.
Mm-hmm.
YSL has Young Thug and YFN has Lucci. Lucci used to date Lil Wayne's daughter. He's a rapper. He's in prison now for a long time.
Because she got a reality show.
And she put him there.
With her mama.
Well, hold on. So what happened was apparently what old Thug heard was that she was dating one of the main guys that was a YFN guy. All right, he's a gangbanger.
He that old? Because she's not that young.
This was a while ago. This was like
back
years
in the
ago.
Day.
Yeah, this was years ago.
Man,
and he's a blood. He was a blood.
Up, my goodness.
They stem from them. He's like a blood. You know, the blood and the Crips, whatever. I think he was a blood. Y'all, I'm gonna get some of this mixed up. Okay. Whatever. The premise of the story is enough for y'all to get.
He was an ex-gangbanger.
Yeah.
Oh, she was dating a gangbanger.
Well, this is what, the streets are saying. And he got offed, the M word, offed.
Ooh.
By somebody her blood broiled. And she vowed that she was going to lock every last one of them up. Those YSL guys.
Her man's
She's
death.
going to avenge her man's death. So she
avenge her man's
She's
death.
going to avenge her man's death. So she got probably one day be maybe the governor.
Her father was.
Her father was a district attorney.
Oh, so it's in the family.
It's in the family.
Mm-hmm.
So she, all of that. She harbored all this in for years and vowed that
while she's sitting in law school.
Right. Vowed that she was going to take out that gang, YSL. Okay. Well, she finally got her chance.
She took them.
And she put them all on RICO charges, and Young Thug is sitting in jail today.
Pray tell, what does that have to do with
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
That's her life. That's fine. That's dandy.
Even if it's true.
What does it have to do with come over?
What does that have to do with the price of beans in China? You read my mind. Okay. You read
that's a wonderful story. In fact, they should do a documentary on her. That'd be a good story.
It matters to Young Thug. Because if you got an art against me and you trying to put me in jail, then you defending a lot of these gangbangers. So she knows the ins and outs of how they think and how they
dated one, of course.
So they were saying that that's kind of wrong.
But her motive, if she has...
Betty said, what's a blood? It's a gangbang. Bloods and the Crips. So he was on the blood side.
It was two different gangs.
Yeah.
If she still found information on them, it don't matter how she feels.
Well, it does matter if
I want to get you.
I know.
I'm coming back at you.
But it does matter.
Oh, you messed up. I got you now.
It does matter if you was a defense attorney and you use the information.
At the time, though.
No. You use the information.
The prosecutor side now.
You on the but you use information that you got when you was a defense attorney. That is, people would say that's kind of unethical. I don't think it's against the law.
I didn't think about that because if the lawyers switch sides,
you can use that against them.
They got a lot of info on as defense
and
lawyer.
One of the guys who she was defending, he told her a lot of information. He said he saw her as auntie.
Oh.
And he saw her, he would tell her all kind of stuff. And they said she used all of that when she switched sides to lock them up.
But as I asked to do it,
absolutely not.
Do it, Trump.
But you notice he throws everything and the baby in the bathwater, everything.
Yes.
When his back is against the wall.
Because Giuliani's like that too.
Giuliani's
calling
like
out the mother and the daughter for that little.
And that dummy, he was just on something, Fox, and the man said, I know you can't say anything because you are still part of one of the things. 19. But what you can say, what do you feel about blank, blank, blank? What do you mean I can't say anything? I can say whatever I want to say. That's why Trump is a moron.
Because he has somebody like him.
When you surround yourself
representing him
with morons, eagles don't fly with turkeys. So Trump is not an eagle. Because all the people that surround him are turkeys.
Because they don't think right.
And they will kill each other when the farmer comes out with the thing to chop their heads off.
To get away.
They'll push you in front of them.
So they can get away.
Where the eagle is like, I'm flying above this.
Yeah.
I ain't got time to be running on land away from a farmer.
Trump has been lowered.
He's always been a turkey. He
can't be an eagle now.
He's never been an eagle.
Never?
When has Trump ever been an eagle?
Back in his business days with the Trump Tower?
No, all of that failed. Bankruptcy. Fake,
the made up school.
He's a hustler. I'm a hustle, baby. The what I am. He might as well have a pimp hat on.
But still got the Trump Towers in the different cities in that area.
Where he spoke about veterans issues and other topics, including the fact that Willis may soon file an indictment against him. Her DA's office is investigating whether Trump's efforts to reverse the 2020 election outcome in Georgia amounted to a crime. This is him. They say there's a young woman, and she's young for him. He's about 80. A young racist in Atlanta. Now, he knew that saying the word racist.
What's racist?
Absolutely nothing. But he knew that's a call word.
That's a trigger word.
That's a trigger word to his people that follow him.
Because they all wake up and go, racist? Ding dong.
They love for you to say somebody black is racist. Because then they can't be called racist. Because then they'll say,
we'll get her. Yeah. We'll get her, Trump.
And then they say, I guess they say that she was after a certain gang and she ended up having an affair with the head of the gang or a gang member.
So it's about revenge.
Trump said in the remarks, and this is the person that wants to indict me?
The big payback.
He said she's got a lot of problems. So now, fact check says to start, there's no evidence that Willis is a racist. I don't even know where he got that from.
Okay.
And Trump's campaign did not provide any when asked. I love how they
always do those little empty comment, those comments that they make, that little information that they supposedly put out.
Yes. It says Trump has a history of labeling black prosecutors who investigate him as racist.
Thank you. They coming after me because I'm white.
Including Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg and New York Attorney General Letitia James. He also has called women of color in Congress racist. So any black person who doesn't like him is racist.
It's racist.
It can't be him.
Well, he talked later about Omarosa.
Racist.
At first she wasn't a racist, but then all of a
because
sudden
she don't like him. That's why she's a racist.
Man.
Although Trump's source for the claim is unclear, probably some crackhead from Atlanta. He can't say I heard it from a crackhead. His campaign did make a similar assertion about Willis in an ad. Side note, and that's part of that indictment. Oh. It all comes full circle, don't it? Isn't that something?
So she connected with Kanye.
Kanye jumped off of that wagon.
Yes, he did.
He would have been indicted. Ooh. He probably would have been indicted if he would have.
Was in the White House, in the house, in the house with him.
If he would have kept staying in love with Donald Trump,
calling him dad,
he would have probably.
It's like a dad to me.
She stayed. He left.
Oh, you dodged that bullet.
It says that although Trump's source for the claim is unclear, his campaign did make a similar assertion in an ad about her being in a relationship.
Trying to tear down her character. That's what he's trying to do.
The text is shown in Willis was a lawyer for YSL co-founder. Oh, so I had it backwards. YSL co-founder, which is attributed to January 25th Rolling Stone article with that sentence as part of its headline. But the magazine never suggested a romantic relationship between Willis and the member of the Atlanta-based rap group she is prosecuting for suspected gang activity. The article is about Willis' ongoing prosecution of the rapper-related crimes. The article only mentions Willis' prior attorney-client relationship with YSL Mondo. That's the one I said he saw her as a mom.
She was his defendant.
Defended him.
I mean, his
whom she represented. Here it is. Who she represented in an aggravated assault case in 2019. That's not that long ago. When she had her own private law practice. Now, when the streets talk, do I listen? I do. I don't necessarily
merit to it.
I don't necessarily think she all that clean.
Probably not. Nobody is.
I don't trust anybody in government. None of them.
Not back in the day. We still make fun of lawyers.
Exactly.
They're probably the dirtiest, sneakiest.
How many lawyer jokes have we heard? So So do I believe that there's a possibility that she used the information when she had a private law firm and these gangbangers was coming in trying to get her to help them, and YSL Mondo, she represented him and gave all the information he could on YSL? Do I believe she used that when she became a defend criminals, and now you on the other side? Why would you not use that information to know how they work and move?
I don't know if she can. That's a good...
No, in her mind. She can't use it on paper, but it can shape how you move when you look at stuff.
I know, but she has to still go by the law.
Right, you got to go by the law. But if you're not doing nothing bad, she can't make up nothing.
Right, she ain't making up nothing. Whether she's defense or prosecutor, she got this mess out there, evidence that she can... I still ask my question. What does that have to do with Trump?
Now.
He's trying to assassinate, character assassination.
Now, if Young Thug has had nothing to do... This is how I separate myself, and people may disagree with me, and this is controversial. If it was a bunch of gang members offing each other off, I don't care. If her whole case is set on them offing each other, one gang offing the other gang and the other gang offing that gang,
ain't no more.
If no civilian was ever caught in any of that, I don't care. I don't care. I'm with Free Young Thug then, because if nobody, a civilian, got hurt, to me, it's you gotta charge it to the gang. If you in a gang and I'm in a gang, you gotta charge that to the gang block and just shoot up the whole block, and your Aunt Mary is sitting out there in her house and she getting kids getting on the way home from school, or you start in a club or something and other people start getting hurt. That's when I have an issue, because now you bring in your gang life into my world. You see what I'm saying? But even in all of that, like you said, what does that have to do with Trump?
He's just trying to character assassination. That's what they do. That's what Giuliani does. They tried to do it with the mother and the daughters, calling them out. Oh, y'all should be shamed. They're trying to do that with Fani.
I heard more on the Giuliani and the Rico. Remember I said he perfected it? Giuliani perfected it, because when it was initiated, that Rico, it was to go after Godfathers and stuff. Remember?
Right.
Giuliani made it where it was like, if y'all have one common criminal goal, that's a Rico. You don't even have to be in a gang. You don't have to be in anything.
Well, he had a common goal.
And this guy gave a good example of how Giuliani would use it. He said, if your goal is to rob the bank, and you send a group of people to go and buy gloves at a store,
a hardware store,
and they get part of the charge is stealing those gloves. They didn't rob them. But no, they steal them. Let's say they steal them.
Okay.
Or buy them. They could buy them. They can obtain it legally.
They bought the props for the event.
And he perfected it, because you're absolutely correct. You don't even have to do something illegal, and you can be caught up in a RICO charge.
Now you can.
This guy said the same thing Giuliani perfected is on him.
Now, if they got a good lawyer, the lawyer.
No, you're buying them for the reason.
No, I'm just saying that if they get a good lawyer that can say, my client, when they bought those gloves, they had no idea.
No. So you have to prove they bought them.
They bought them for that purpose.
Yes, and those gloves was used in that robbery. The gloves that couple went and bought at Home Depot was used in that robbery.
So they
bought them.
They know the goal and the mission.
He perfected it, because people was getting away in New York with doing stuff legal, but it was in the name of something that was not good.
Because buying those gloves is not illegal.
Now, this is what I believe. And I don't know if many of y'all believe this. I honestly believe Trump hates Biden. And I honestly believe he thinks Biden is going to destroy this country.
You think that?
Follow me here.
Oh.
I think he thinks he's wrong for this country. And I think he thinks he's going to destroy this country.
You know what?
So for that, no, hold on. So for that, he went and said, I need to do whatever I need to do to make sure he's not president of the United States.
I totally disagree.
You go because he's a narcissist, right?
You
go because he lost.
That man does not care
He don't
about
like to lose.
this country.
You're right.
He don't care about nobody.
You know what? Strike what I said, lawyer, and take it off the record. You're absolutely correct.
He cares about people who lifts him up.
That's it.
And you want me to fight for? Yes, I'm fighting for you guys.
You're right.
I'm being arrested for you guys.
And I lost. So now you got to make it where I win. I don't care.
Yeah.
Now, these dummies on Fox News, everything that they have out now, they've been able to explain it away. Even though it don't make sense how they explain it.
Exactly.
Even though they don't even know half the stuff she got. Fanny. She got more phone calls and everything.
One of the main things that they are fussing about is that we shouldn't even be doing this at all because we got a election coming up.
Right.
Why are we doing this at all?
Right.
Whether he's guilty or not.
Right.
Leave him alone right now. We got an election going on.
They say we freezing up.
I know.
Yeah,
I was looking at the picture. Yeah.
It's nothing we can do. It says it's lower than the recommended. We recommended that you use a stream 4,500. So I need to change. Hold on, y'all. I wonder if I could change that
without dropping.
Hold on, y'all.
Because it was slowing down. I was looking at it.
You think they'll kick me out if I do this?
They might.
No, it won't let me do it. It won't let you do it while you're on the stream. They saying 4,500 right here.
Oh, that needs to be.
That's what YouTube is saying. But that's fine. We can't do nothing about it. Not while we live. But anyway, what was I saying?
Can you switch?
What was we saying?
You were saying that the people.
The latest thing was, remember that phone call he made when he said, I just need you to find me 11,000
votes.
11,000 votes. Jean, mama, yo stupid judge, the Judge Janine, whatever her name is, was on Fox News.
The one that
that's loud, like I am.
Yes.
She said he never told him to find him 11,000 votes. He just said he needed 11,000 votes. That's two different things.
A lawyer. I told you.
So if I call, and I give this example. If I call a car dealership and I talk to the owner of the car dealership, he gets on the phone, right? And I tell him, I need a new car. And he says, we don't have any new cars here. I need a new car. What is that saying? I want you to find me a new car.
I don't have to say, go look for me a new car, or I need to buy a new car. He just said, I need a new car.
Does she think we stupid?
Going back, what did he say again?
Because a lot of his people believe
lawyers do that.
Wow.
That's a lawyer thing.
The problem is...
They twist words.
But the problem is he's on a RICO charge. You don't even have to prove that he said he wanted him to go
get that.
She got to prove is he had a conversation with somebody who is over the voting, and you don't have that conversation. That's unethical. It's unethical, and but the criminal part is when you go and they was messing with the voting machines. That's a criminal act. All you got to do on a RICO charge is prove one of those people, all of those 19 people, did something illegal.
Well,
and they all go down.
Did she get amnesia, understanding that this is a RICO charge?
She knows.
So I guess you say anything still to keep.
She says
keep
anything.
It uplifted, keep people, All
right, let me see what y'all saying.
Oh, it's short.
Everybody saying hi. Yellow Submarine. We haven't seen Yellow Submarine in a while. Hi.
Hey.
Scooby-Doo says, hello, family. Hello, Scooby.
Hey, everybody.
Wendy says, hello, sisters. Everybody saying hi to everybody. Wendy says, hi, Mom. Emerald says, hello. Hey, ladies. Wendy says, a dog whistle. Yeah, probably that word we said, racist. Emerald says, she's saying hi to everybody. Scooby-Doo says he never paid people who did parts of those buildings, or they did not receive anything close to the bill. True. You said Trump Towers. He used legal help to build those.
Thank you.
And he always does that when he wants to not pay somebody or pay them under the table. Wendy says, Lenore, what are you eating? Thank you.
I'm eating chocolate-covered Fannie Mae candy.
I hate how she eats them.
And I'm eating some pumpkin seeds.
I hate that. Scooby-Doo says, is it me or is the channel being stopped by the circle of death? It's probably them cutting us off a little bit.
Slowing down, is it?
Catilla says, hi ladies, the channel keeps stopping. You two are freezing up. And Wendy says, he also said, give me a break, and it was 1 over. Zine Coop says, hey ladies, good evening. Hey Zine. And Wendy says he also intimidated that mother and daughter. Oh yeah, the black mother and daughter.
What are you on? Your
Christopher C says, hello all.
Your hotspot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nothing we can do. Okay. All right, y'all. So that was that. That was him.
Okay.
Oh, I ain't even go to the.
We don't have to. We know what he looks like. Or her.
What who looks like?
Your cover story?
Well, any
it's
of the
not
pictures.
him. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking anytime if his back is against a wall, he's going to come out fighting and try to assassinate that person's character. So he's going to dig dirt, which she used to date somebody that was a game banger.
And even if it's all
why would
true,
y'all listen to anything she says? Because she's a liar.
And even if it's
the rumor about him spreading about Obama not being American,
right,
or being a Muslim, and that older white lady at that town hall with McCain, I heard that he is a Muslim and he's not American.
I'm gonna switch.
He's dealing with people's minds that are like that. So why not put messy mess out about Fanny? She dated a gangbanger. Well, if she dated a gangbanger, well, she's lying on Trump. How dare they come at Trump when she's not squeaky clean herself? That's what Trump does. Remember, fake news.
So
fake news.
Let's see how this turns out.
He loves to
remember I told you he has a warrant. And they trying to figure out. Well, they know his lawyer said he is. They trying to figure out how they gonna work it out.
Oh, okay.
Because she don't want to play ball with the not handcuffing him and all that. She wants to humiliate him.
She want him to have that orange suit on right away. You're gonna wear that orange suit to the courthouse. I don't care what you say.
She wants him She wants to treat him like a criminal.
Milana, make sure he put on that orange suit.
She wants to treat him like a common criminal.
Okay,
and he don't like that.
No.
Fingerprinted,
because
mug
he feels
shot,
he's innocent, remember?
All of the above.
Why would he need to be down? Why would she need to drag him in like that if he's innocent?
I thought that was funny. I think that's funny. So they trying to work out something how they was trying to do with Jack Smith with the FBI.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So that's the end of him. I'm sick of him. Well, I guess I have to finish talking about him, huh?
Oh, there's more to him?
I'll go quick with Mark Meadows. You know Mark Meadows, right? You know who Mark Meadows is? Ma, you know who Mark Meadows is, right?
I did know.
Former Trump White House Chief of Staff.
He's one of the 18?
Yes. Mark Meadows is seeking to move the Fulton County, Georgia prosecution against him to federal court so that he can try to get the case dismissed under federal law. Meadows argued in a new court filing, he's the first one that came out swinging, submitted to Georgia that he is entitled to bring a federal immunity defense because the Georgia state charges against him stem from his conduct as the then President Donald Trump's chief of staff. Meadows is one of the 19 defendants. Now, some people believe he has a secret deal with the FBI. And that he's gonna squeal on he's gonna snitch on Trump. My mother think he does too.
Really?
And in other words, he's kind of saying, if I stay on this RICO case, you gonna mess up what I'm supposed to be doing with the federal, with the in the federal area. But he can't say it. So I'm wondering, let's watch this closely. If she lets him out, he's gonna snitch on Trump on the federal case.
So again, he himself is trying to, or is he trying to?
But most people wouldn't do that, they said, unless they probably had some kind of deal with the federal prosecution. Yeah. So that's the latest with him.
So they're going to have to hear him.
So
out.
Trump is nervous about that. Why are you trying to? It's like y'all all being in a gang, and one of the gang members is like, "Okay, go ahead with that."
Why they trying him different?
But try me different. I'm different than them. Why you different than us? We always holding up the flag at the same time.
And you just assume.
Oh, you said he already talking about him.
I think he's already.
So Trump is. I told you, he a hustler. He like, why you trying to get out of this?
What you think, man?
We all together here.
Come over. You know I got some more information on you. You nervous about it?
It says Meadows is one of the 19 defendants, including Trump, who were charged on Monday in the election subversion case. Meadows' request would not move the entirety of the district attorney Fani Wilson's case to federal court. Rather, it would be the defendant. It's him. Trump, who faces 13 charges, is also expected to try this move. They said he's going to try this move next week.
Because he was the commander-in-chief?
According to multiple sources familiar with the legal team's thinking. Because at that time, technically, he was still president because it hadn't been turned over.
Okay.
So
federally,
he's saying he should be tried federally instead of being tried as, I guess, a civilian.
You could go.
They said the judge not going to go for it.
Right, because I can see why they would go that direction, but the situation with the whole voting was in that state.
Right. And it says Trump, who faces 13 charges, is also expected to do that. Okay. An ex-Trump lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, the vampire, who also faces 13 charges in Fulton County case, raised during his radio show Tuesday one of the laws cited in Meadows' new request and said he believed the case against him is qualified for almost an automatic removal to federal court. I believe they're going to pull him off. And I believe it's going to be some kind of conversation that's going to happen behind the scenes between the FBI and Fani
to make the case stronger
to
on the federal level.
Or no. Yeah, because pulling him off, Fani, he's going to turncoat on Orange Man, and he's going to help the federal case. So she's probably going to let that
see where
the judge is going to let that go.
Why can't they be tried for both? Why can't they be tried for what they did on the local level?
Because if you
and then be tried on the federal level because of their positions that they
because
were.
If I am secretly giving you information on the federal level and you trying me on the local level, that's going to make me not want to talk. The whole point is for me to get off.
Oh, you're trying to work
so you deal with me that I don't do no jail time, which means get her off of me. If you're not gonna give me no jail time, FBI, but she is. So I'm not saying nothing
and they want to be in the federal
and that's federal protection.
Federal protection versus local.
Yes. So that makes sense. If I'm working with the FBI and I'm saying everything I tell you, you doing a deal with me saying I don't do no time, but you got this local DA coming after me, y'all gonna have to get her off of me. Or I'm not telling nobody nothing. I'll just go down with everybody.
We'll see.
So I think that's what's gonna happen.
We'll see.
So that's with the Meadows. Yeah, that's with the Meadows case.
Okay.
So that's the latest with that. Tiffany Haddish is in news again.
What's going on?
All right, y'all. What time is it?
She was just in the
31. Oh, let's see what anybody else said.
The Ghost.
Let's see what else y'all said.
Are we still slow?
Christopher C says, hello all. Hey, Christopher. I'm recognizing y'all's name. I haven't seen Christopher either. Mona, we saw Mona the other day who came back. Can Mom come on cam real quick? Oh, Lord.
No. She's not decent.
She got on her robe, her gown.
Yeah.
We'll have her come on another day, y'all. Wendy says, you making me hungry, Lenora.
I ain't eating no more.
Good. Mona says, hello, everyone. Wendy says, I know. Zen says, don't forget to thumbs up the video. Thank you, Zen. And we still working on our issues with this stupid Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Wendy says he is a common criminal. He sure is. And Scooby-Doo says he knows he is a criminal. And hello, Ma. Scooby-Doo says hello, Ma. Hello. Yeah, y'all. All right. Tiffany Haddish. If y'all said anything in TikTok, it went by. I missed it. Tiffany Haddish is going to produce a documentary on successful women who date homeless men.
That's okay. Who was
Everyone deserves to be loved. She said the actress.
She's worse. The comment that she's making. Well, what's her name? Ebony. What would she say? Because
Ebony don't even want to date a bus driver.
She don't want to date a bus driver. So
you know that you ain't heard nothing from Ebony since the internet chewed her up and spit her out.
But Tiffany talking about a homeless. Oh, you know what? Hold on.
Let me see what you're going to say, what I'm going to say.
Hold on. Steve Harvey was homeless. It's a situation. It depends on how long they've been homeless, what just happened. Because look at this man today, millionaire. But
let me tell you something.
Slept in his car.
The woman he with would have stepped on him with gold shoes.
If it was
Lori Harvey's mom. No way in hell she'd be with that man if he was homeless when he met her. Lori Harvey's mom.
I'm just thinking of people who were homeless.
Gangster.
Who stepped in their car.
The one who dated
homeless holding signs up.
The one who dated a gangster who went to prison and said that she a hustler.
Will Smith played a homeless guy with his son, right? Pursuit of. Come on now, there's some hard time. Somebody living in Maui is homeless.
Okay, well let's
see what Tiffany.
Well, other people said homeless could be those guys that just live with women. They technically homeless. Oh. They go from woman to woman and live
stay with her,
shack up with her. Or the guys who date women that's on Section 8. They really homeless.
Oh, yeah.
They just with her because she paid $29 a month for her apartment.
They have no place. If she was to kick them out that night.
Now, Tiffany Haddish doubles as an actress, comedian, and producer. Now she is adding matchmaker to her repertoire. On August 11th, Friday, news broke that the Haunted Mansion star, you went to see that, is in the process of moving 2 new unscripted projects forward with She Ready Productions and Hearst Media Group. I blame y'all for all of this.
Why?
The actor strike.
What do you mean?
We're going to get all kinds of reality shows now because they on strike. Now we're going to get Man Dates Dog or Elliot Connie, co-author of Solutions-Focused Brief Their documentary on successful women in their bag who have had long-term romantic relationship with men who are homeless. I'm trying to understand how you a woman and you make a lot of money and your guy is homeless. You could at least help him out a little bit.
How homeless? How long?
So when they go out to dinner,
I can see temporarily.
When they go out to dinner, that's his only meal for the day.
Oh, God. Well, no, because
she's successful, so she pays for the meal. And then what? They go out, kiss, and then he goes to his box, in the thing. In the alley.
But as a comedian, she really being funny. I would have rather she done a reality show where successful women date outside their race.
Or no.
As the first time.
I like it better.
Not homeless men.
No. Successful women who make a lot of money date men who don't have a lot of money. The bus driver.
Like Ebony going to the bus driver.
That's what everybody's talking about.
Oh.
Ebony dating a bus driver.
Homeless man.
Back during a pre-strike interview, Haddish, who wrote about her book, The Last Black Unicorn, told the outlet that the latter is like to be impoverished firsthand. I experienced homelessness myself and found that there was a stigma on it that I don't think should be there, she said. Haddish, who currently stars in the second season of The After Party, Continue. Everyone deserves to be loved. Everyone deserves to have someone supporting them and caring for them, not necessarily carrying them all the way. It's really important for people to make sure that they know that because it's really hard to be homeless. So many people are isolated, living on the streets alone. That's the part I don't agree with her. She said living on the streets. So she's not even talking about homeless guys sleeping on your couch.
She's saying like how Steve Harvey was living in his car.
But he wasn't really homeless.
He said he was. I don't know why he didn't use I think he was too proud. I would have asked an uncle or a grandmother.
He came to Hollywood. Right. He came to Hollywood or whatever to make it. Yeah. To me, that's not real homeless.
I don't know what
homeless to me is. I don't have nowhere to go.
What's her criteria for her situation is different because I just watched a little bit of the hip hop, the black women in hip hop and rap.
Yeah.
And I didn't know Remy Ma. She was, when her mom was taken away, selling something, I guess, and she didn't have no parents.
Not gonna get me on.
Oh, are you being, now is this a comedy?
No, she being for real. And I think because
now is this a comedy?
No, she being for real. And I think because she was homeless, she's thinking for a man, it's different from a man and a woman.
Yes.
It's different.
Especially
if you're
older.
a woman and you are homeless and you are on the street and you're cute, look like how you look, a guy will take you in. And he could be successful and like, well, not that she's a prostitute, but like Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
They'll take you in and say, oh, she's pretty. I'm going to fix her up and help her out and give her a place to stay or whatever. But she said a man living on the street.
Because remember that man I told you about in Chicago? He was homeless and they heard his voice. He had a radio voice, really nice voice. That's what caught their eye. Whoever's caught.
Oh, yeah, I remember this story.
And they cleaned him up, and he did some radio for a little bit. They was just amazed. That man back on the street because he had a drug problem.
That's why. Every time you say clean him up, I think of what's his name on Good Times.
Oh, Ned the Wino.
Ned the Wino.
Ned the Wino. He was cleaned up.
Ned the Wino was there. So clean him up.
That's my cousin. That's
even though her apartment wasn't the best looking one, you win.
Judges were like, but we didn't go tell Mr. and Mrs. Evans that they didn't win. And then they were like, oh, okay, we'll be quiet.
And then when they left, she said, they was like, thank you. Why did you? She said, this is my husband.
It was a close tie between you and the other couple, other
and family. Anybody who can clean Ned up that way deserves the beautification award.
Yes, and I'm gonna take him home. And then his
and then he went,
take me home.
Take me home. He still Ned the Wino. Oh, got a cramp.
Ouch. So you do. If Tiffany talking about being with somebody like him, no. That show is not gonna last, girl. Quit being funny. She ready. No, she not ready. She not ready for no homeless people. Oh, God.
And you successful.
Tiffany, I would have, if you would have, like you said,
a successful woman,
level.
A bus driver.
Dating blue-collar workers, a street cleaner, a cab driver.
And she said everybody deserves to be loved. No, you don't. No, you don't. Not everybody deserves to be loved. Sorry, I'm controversial. No,
you would have done much better.
You deserve to get off the street. And whatever you need to do to get you off of there, do it.
What is wrong with
If you have a substance abuse problem, if you have a mentally ill problem, whatever it is, if you just out of luck, maybe your house burnt down.
Yeah.
Think about that versus dating somebody.
Why would a successful woman who is trying to get herself together emotionally, spiritually, or whatever, more than likely, if she's dating a homeless man, something's not right with his situation.
And how am I going to feel? How do I feel as a successful woman knowing I probably live in a beautiful place
nice.
and he's sleeping in a box?
you know you're going to feel bad for him. You're going to try to help him. Hopefully, you don't let him stay in your house.
And when we go out, that's his food for the day.
See, I don't get what she's doing.
What is she talking about? See, I told you, Tiffany get on my nerves. Ever since that whole incident with her and the kids, she just all over the place for me.
Maybe that was another reason why Common left.
She probably pitched that idea to Common. I'm
out of here. You know how they tiptoe out of church.
Common is from Chicago, like us. Common probably was like, they probably was having dinner one night. And she said, "Hey, honey, I got an idea." And he was like, "What? What's up? What's up, Tim?
I want to hear you.
What's up? What's up? I got this show I want to do. Successful women who date homeless men. And the guys that maybe he don't have a house, he has a situation that just happened. Guys that sleep in boxes on the street."
He went, "I'm out of this relationship." It wasn't just that you wanting kids.
By the way, I want to have children with you and raise them and think that way too.
Let me tiptoe out of church.
Connie said, "Let me get up out of here."
Heck out. My gosh. I don't know, Kim. If she's for real with this, I don't think it's gonna go. What y'all think?
Wendy says, "Call it Mom's Minute." Mama, come on, call it Mom's Minute.
It won't be no minute though.
Mona saying, "Stop. They must be laughing." You're right, Wendy says. The actor strike. That's why we're getting all this stuff. Scooby-Doo says, "There was a person we knew who found a homeless man, cleaned him up, and she never had to work again. He had many degrees, had fallen on hard times, and was very grateful to her." That's what we said. That's different.
She probably trying to find guys like that.
But that's not dating him while he's homeless.
Well,
she said clean him up. Scooby, you said clean him up. That means he's staying with her, right?
Whoever
he didn't get clean. She didn't clean him up and put a suit on him and send him back in a box in the alley.
So we got to get an understanding.
We got to stand in the and you're dating me.
Well, Steve slept in his car.
I'm not dating somebody who sleeps in their car.
You know what? That was an episode.
And I have money.
What episode was that? It was one of those shows, y'all. I kid you not. It wasn't a Tyler Perry one. Mm-hmm. The guy, that's the black guy that was on Living Single, on that light skinned guy. That's cute. He was the third roommate.
Yeah.
When Regine when she left and what's her name before she got married?
Yeah.
The cute guy.
Okay.
He was in this, and he was dating her, one of the girls, black girl, and they would meet at her place or at the restaurant. She found out he was sleeping in his car.
If I find out.
She saw him sleeping in his car.
And what did she do?
She didn't. I don't think she kept dating him.
See, I can't.
I think wait a minute, he said enjoy the moment. So I'm trying to think what happened in that show. I think she still was liking him because he fell on hard times and he just was homeless. It wasn't a long time. That's the thing too. How long has that person been homeless? Is it a week? A month? He's trying to get himself together because he said he just divorced and he lost the house and went to the wife, and it was just a lot. He had to stay in his car. He did a Steve Harvey thing. Right. He wasn't in a cardboard box though.
Mona says at Scooby, I removed my. I just reacted to the subject opener. It wasn't written adequately, so I don't know what it was. What's not written adequately?
Okay.
What does it say?
She removed it.
No, the subject opener.
Oh, with Trump. With Fani.
Hold on.
Fani Willis.
Trump calls out Fani Willis.
Mm-hmm. Her used to dating supposedly dating a gangbanger.
Wendy says, my girlfriend is a flight attendant. She would never date anyone who didn't make six figures. See, that's a better reality show. The whole Ebony controversial.
Yeah.
Would you, if you make six figures, date someone who is a bus driver or something like that?
Blue-collar worker. He does garbage collecting.
Wendy says, in winter, they say homeless people look for mates. Yeah.
So they can stay with them.
Which makes sense. Mona says that makes sense since body heat is the best cure for hypothermia. Wendy says, in order to date a homeless man, you have to have a strong gift of discernment. You're freezing again. A lot of famous people have been homeless. About Tiffany dating homeless. Okay.
But you know what? The one thing about the guy I was telling you about in that episode, he still worked.
Right.
Didn't Will Smith's position work?
on that
he just
show.
didn't have a home.
Right.
He needed to work a little bit to have his down payment for his apartment.
But in that movie, he wasn't dating anybody.
He had a son.
He had his son.
That was more important right there.
But that's what your goal is, to get off the street. That's what my mind is. Why am I dating someone?
Unless you're trying to use her.
My thing is, I'm trying to get, just for me as a human being, my energy and my focus would be, I got to get off the street.
I got to hustle.
I'm not trying to be dating somebody, especially somebody who has a lot of money.
Yes.
That's what she's talking about. Maybe I'll date somebody who's almost like, or in my, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Maybe somebody that is not rich or something, but I would feel a certain type of way if I'm dating a woman who has a lot of money and I'm sleeping in a bathroom at the train station.
Wouldn't you be a little embarrassed?
I would just unless she don't know, and if I'm keeping it a secret. Okay, if that's the premise of her show, you're dating a homeless person and you don't know he's homeless. He doesn't disclose that information to you.
Like the show I was telling you about.
Like that show.
She didn't know he was homeless.
If you don't know, that's different.
And he dressed nice every day.
The pursuit of happiness, the people at his job didn't know he was homeless.
Exactly.
That's different.
Yeah.
So he's going to work every day. Let's say he dates one of the women that works there because it was a good job. And she don't know he's homeless. That's different.
Okay.
But a woman at my job knows I'm homeless with a kid and I'm sleeping in a train station and she's okay with that? No, I'm sorry. I'm not doing that.
It's a lot more to that. Yeah. I don't know.
Wendy says, and shelters are horrible. They have so much stealing and the R word. All right, y'all.
Yeah.
That's the end of that.
We'll see where that show goes.
I'm curious to find out, how are they homeless? How did I don't even think they just hit hard times and they trying to.
No, I'm saying, are they working a job?
Okay. Yeah.
And not with any substance abuse or anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can even get roommates. Roommate.com.
They don't have money to pay the deposit.
No, I'm talking about if you said he got a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could get a roommate.
But that's what I was saying. The guy.
And they also have those other houses. They also have those other houses where a lot of people live, a commune, whatever that is, where a lot of people live in a house and they all paying on it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They have those in Chicago.
Wow.
Big cities, they have them. Okay, Patrick Mahomes, I was called Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes' wife Brittany's couple quiz goes viral after a misfire. You heard about this?
No, what happened?
Patrick Mahomes' relationship was a topic of conversation on the Netflix show Quarterback.
Okay.
Brittany and Patrick Mahomes have been together seemingly forever. They were together when they was in high school.
Oh,
they were high school sweethearts. Yeah.
Okay.
The couple segment with GQ magazine from last month went viral across social media over the weekend. The two took part in an outlet's couples quiz, and the two seemed to be pretty in sync until Patrick asked his wife, what is his favorite cheat meal? Now, you know Patrick is mixed.
He's biracial.
And she's white, okay? When you ask a white person what a quote-unquote black person eats, what do you think they would say that would make it go controversial?
He asked her what his cheat meal.
He asked her, what do you think my cheat meal is? And what do you think she said that would make it be negative? Don't look over here. That you think she would say that's negative.
I can't see. If it's his cheat meal, then why would it be controversial? That's
white person saying to a black person.
Like chitlins or something?
Right. What do you think?
Or chicken or watermelon?
Chicken. She said fried chicken.
That's his cheat meal.
And the internet went crazy because he's a quote unquote black guy, I guess, because he's biracial. And she's a white woman. And they said it wasn't that she said fried chicken. Is how she said fried chicken.
Say fried chicken?
Some people said she said it racist. Well, how would she be racist? That's
fried
so stupid. Chicken. Almost like, yeah, like you black.
But you know,
so you like fried chicken. They said she said it like this. Fried chicken. Like that's what you like.
But you know what? I didn't catch it that way. And the reason why,
White people eat fried chicken.
Tom Brady has the weirdest diet.
He don't eat strawberries.
It's the other stuff he don't. They talked about what he eats when he was playing ball. He was serious about what he ate. And his cheat meal, what if he was biracial, is fried chicken.
Well, then
I took it as his cheat meal means he's in practice as a ball
and
player.
fried chicken is bad for you.
It is.
Now, this is what made everybody get even madder.
What?
He said, no, Brittany, guess again.
You know what? She was wrong.
So what do you think she said second? You won't get it.
Was it another fried food?
If she would have said watermelon, throw her out.
That can't be no cheat meal though, because that's
I'm saying this she being funny. This she being funny. If she would have said watermelon, it was another. She said chicken fried steak. She still had the word chicken in there.
What was it?
Again,
she was wrong.
The answer was wrong, and Patrick said, "That's wrong, Brittany.
She don't know his cheap food."
He said it's Mexican food.
Oh, that's his cheat food.
However, it was Brittany's response that faced the criticism on social media. That's what I was trying to tell you.
Oh my God.
So can you go up, scoot up? Let's see if you got it. Keep going. Keep going. Right there. Push that.
What's my favorite cheat day meal?
Chicken.
No.
Chicken fried steak.
No.
And mashed potatoes.
Mexican food.
Oh.
Especially the Tex-Mex.
That's what people go back.
Are you kidding me? What was wrong with that? She got it wrong. Chicken is fattening. If it's fried, it's not air fried.
So
most of the time it's grease and oil.
So Black Twitter went after her. The Holmes X Eve from Family matchup you didn't know you needed. This is giving me grab my folding chair. Somebody said.
Oh, Lord.
Brittany Mahomes' drawl is elite. She actually seems kind of cool. That's what somebody was on her behalf. The Shade Room added an Instagram, hashtag Patrick Mahomes and his wife, hashtag Brittany Mahomes, are trending topic after a clip from their month-old GQ couples quiz interview went viral. Somebody said Mahomes' relationship was put into the spotlight on the Netflix series Quarterback. Why is that such a big deal?
God, I don't know why people making a big stink out of this.
You see what I said when you play the black card all the time?
I don't like when social media does this, and they do it with a lot of people.
Oh, somebody said they think this is what? Brittany is the Meghan Markle of the NFL. Meghan Markle, people don't like Meghan Markle. They saying she could have said anything and they wouldn't have liked what she said.
Right.
They don't like her.
Oh, why do they not like her? What has she done?
Somebody said at least she didn't go for watermelon and grape drink.
Or chitlins.
A lot of black people don't eat chitlins, Lenore.
Well, I don't know what else would have been getting people mad at her.
Somebody says they don't understand. And everyone used to say KFC.
Yeah.
If you say, what's your favorite cheat meal?
Yeah. I really stand the people coming at her on this one. I really think that's weak.
Somebody says she's gross, physically and horrid personality. What was he thinking to marry her?
He fits her. He looked.
They were in high school.
People need to just stay out of people's.
We talked about when you an athlete, people think you're supposed to be the most beautiful woman in the world.
You ain't with nobody looking better than that. What's wrong with you?
We met in high school.
We put people together. Oh, she don't fit him.
Somebody says she's a loud mouth with no class. Dog face, gold digger. So if she's the Meghan Markle of the NFL, that explains it then.
But it doesn't.
I don't know her I don't know her like that. But if she talks a lot and runs her mouth, people don't like her. Steph Curry's wife? Probably. Or no,
Gabrielle. Dwayne Wade's wife.
That might be it.
Oh.
All right. Let's go. I'm going to skip over.
Real weak.
I'm still skipping over that same story.
Oh, okay.
Never had time for that same story. So I feel like the bottom line is, let me see what everybody said. Leave her alone.
Yeah, leave her alone.
Chicken does not belong to black people.
And she apparently missed the question.
I will go ahead and repeat what Charlamagne says.
What?
chicken and watermelon after slavery, black people became rich off of selling chicken, raising chickens, and selling, on farms, watermelon. And when they made that movie that was making blackface and all of that, America movie, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Right.
They depicted black people eating chicken and watermelon with blackface and big red lips.
Yes.
And that made black people feel ashamed of it. So they started saying, don't associate us with chicken and watermelon. They allowed white people to dictate to them what they should be proud of.
Exactly.
And so he loves when you say a watermelon because it made a lot of black people rich.
Remember,
So
I told
quit
you
looking at it as negative.
how we, as a black race, we can take some negative words and we embrace it. I told my sister years ago when locks was coming out, dreadlocks.
They kept
Do
saying
you know where
it
the
was
word
negative.
dread came from?
Right.
That was from British. Dreaded. It was negative. Those dreaded locks. We embraced that word. Dreadlocks, dreadlocks. Because I remember when it first started
Not in the
saying
beginning, everybody
not in the
hated locks.
beginning, they didn't like locks, they didn't like yours.
When I got mine, people was like, why you
mess your hair up?
Yeah. My mother asked me why'd I mess my hair up.
But dread, the word dread.
You used to them now, right, Mom?
Yeah.
See? So, but in the beginning, 20 years ago, people was like, you messing your hair up getting that.
And now we're getting talked about for wearing our natural hair.
Yeah.
We let a race of people or people in general dictate how
and now we do it to ourselves.
We do it to ourselves.
Now white people moved on. And they love your locks or your natural hair.
Yes.
They say, oh, I love your hair.
Want to touch it.
Oh, and it be black people saying, oh, nappy head or this or that.
Thank you. You didn't comb your head back in the...
And it be white people who go, I don't even think about black people with chicken. Y'all doing that.
That's country.
Y'all holding on to that.
What's her name who got ridiculed for making a racial thing? The cook lady, the Southern cook.
Okay. What's her name?
She said the chicken is Southern. It's a Southern food. It's a comfort.
Nobody looks
Not
at
just
that
the
no more.
color.
But we still holding on to that chicken as being negative.
We embarrassed.
Mona says, who asked for the date? Homeless person asking a successful person for a date got mad game. That's true.
Well, he bold. He bold. But like you saying, he trying to hustle to get him a place to stay.
Yep. Now, did you watch this video ahead of time?
I watched a little bit.
See, you're not supposed to do that.
Because I was trying to stop it.
Because I want you to watch it like when everybody else watch it. But that's okay. So today is our TikTok or Instagram video of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the thing? Keep praying over his food. Hallelujah. Amen.
What is he saying?
He said hallelujah.
Oh, he sounded like he's speaking in tongues.
Yes.
Oh,
isn't that cute?
That is precious.
All right. Every day you want to know who Charlemagne the God's donkey of the day is.
My mom
saw this story. The donkey of the day is the apartment manager caught pouring soda on an 11-year-old black boy and makes you wonder what people do when they're not recorded.
Karen lady. She's a Karen.
It's a Karen. What? Oh, yeah. She slapped him too. A white apartment manager is under fire after getting caught on video assaulting a young black boy. Kim, her name happens to be Kim. Kim Jennings, the 62-year-old manager at Segfield Garden Apartments in Greensboro, North Carolina, was apprehended by law enforcement after an assault was caught on surveillance video between her and an 11-year-old black boy, Jace Lee Urich. She was caught pouring soda on Jace after he was swimming in the apartment complex pool. Now, he wasn't supposed to be swimming in the pool. Neither was his sister. Okay. So this lady comes out and tells them, you're not supposed to be in the pool. In footage from the surveillance video, Jennings was caught physically assaulting him, an 11-year-old boy who had been swimming at the pool with his younger sister. Jennings allegedly told the children to leave as the pool was for residents only.
Okay.
And the only 2 children playing by the pool without adult supervision, which we understand that.
Okay.
Because they could have drowned or something.
Right.
She said that's not allowed. In an interview, Jace explained that Jennings had approached him and his sister and told them to leave before grabbing the little girl's hair and hitting her.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
In response, Jace threw his bottle, he had a water bottle at her, resulting in the 16-year-old pouring her Coke on him before hitting him with the bottle as well. In the video, Jace can be seen standing in shock, assaulted by her. She slapped me, and then my brother came and splashed water on her. That's the little girl said. When I was walking up the stairs to get to the gate, they were asking if my sister first. So I hit her after she hit my sister. Then she poured Coke on me and hit me with the bottle twice. Authorities were immediately called to the scene where a warrant was obtained and Jennings was arrested on 2 counts of simple assault. She has been released and awaits a court date next month.
Stupid lady. It wasn't even that serious.
The children's parents were furious after learning about their kids had been insulted by her. The security footage of the incident has since begun circulating online. The mother of Jason Jayla told this magazine that she is still advocating for justice as well. What she did to him, if I put one finger on her, I am the one that's going to go get in trouble, she said. And that's just not cool. You hit my child.
Touched him.
You hit both my children. You've been harassing my children all summer long. All they wanted to do was just swim in the heat. Now, she's wrong for that.
What?
All your children wanted to do was swim, then buy a pool then. And if you can't afford a pool, then they can go in the bathtub and swim. You don't go to an apartment complex and let your kids just freely
they want to swim. They just want to cool off.
Talking about they want to cool off. See how black people go too far? Don't go too far. You was good right when you said about her hitting your kids.
It's like the man bringing the chair out.
Why do y'all have to keep going?
The riverfront fight, he brings a chair out. But this woman...
They just want to swim and enjoy themselves. What if they drown?
Take ownership of your fault, too.
Yes.
And plus, you were not with them. What if she would have drowned?
Thank you.
What if your kids would have drowned?
The woman said they not only are they at the pool and they not supposed to be there because they don't live there. They're not adults. Your children could have drowned.
Now, granted, she shouldn't have taken matters in her own hands by touching anyone's kid.
Exactly. That I agree.
But I would have been really loud. Where are your parents?
But we gotta stop this.
Oh my God.
Stop with the going overboard.
Yeah.
Take accountability and quit playing the black card all the time and move on.
No, the victim. She's the victim.
The victim.
Yeah.
That's why black people go to Trump and become Republicans. Or bobbleheads like Candace Owens. They go extreme to the other side. Because we're not victims. We're not victims.
Oh.
We're not victims. We are victims sometimes.
Yeah.
You big bonehead Candace Owens.
The situation, you got to look at the situation. Every situation
is different.
Yes. And it needs to be investigated.
Some people are mean because they're mean. They're mean to everybody.
Right.
And then some people are only mean to certain groups.
Right. And
that's it.
And regardless of how you feel about certain groups, if you're mean or not mean, the moment you touch someone,
it don't matter whether you're racist or not. You assaulted someone.
Yes.
Your motive behind it, maybe you don't like women with brown hair.
Yeah.
I don't care what your motive is. You don't hit somebody because they have brown hair.
Or throw anything at them. Like that guy who threw that bottle at what's his name, the boxer?
Right.
Mike Tyson on the plane.
Really?
Yes. So, yeah, the mom, I don't
part,
like the fact that the mom did not take ownership that her kids were at a place
to get out and swim because of the hot.
And you were not with them.
And you weren't with them.
How many kids drown in pools? What happened if they would have drowned in that pool or got hurt?
She would have been on the other side saying they shouldn't have let them swim there. That's what she would have said.
Yeah.
How come nobody came out and told them to leave? They've been swimming there all summer.
They didn't tell them to leave.
Exactly.
So,
now, that's her bonehead move saying that.
Okay.
But I agree with her. If I would have went over there and punched that lady in the face for hitting my kids, I would have been the one arrested.
Well, look at the
She's
one that
absolutely
got shot through the door.
Exactly.
Because she came over because her son
She's
got hit.
absolutely correct on that.
So she right.
Where she faults is saying that they was trying to get away from the heat and that they was just wanting to swim. Shut up. I couldn't just go swimming anywhere I wanted to. If you hot, get in the bathtub in some cold water.
I wouldn't want to be with. I don't want my kids to not be with me as well. I gotta. How young was that girl?
Yes, but on the other token, in this incident, excuse me, why am I always burping? In this incident, that white lady is wrong. Now, is she racist? I don't know. Is she an a-hole? Yes. Mm-hmm. Look at her record. Yeah. Look at her social media. Does she have a history of it?
Does she do this with any kids?
Any
should
kid,
not be in
or
that?
Is it black kids?
Right.
Does she talk negative about black people? What do the neighbors say about her? Mm-hmm. She's an apartment manager. Mm-hmm. What do the black people in the building say? Are there black people in the building?
Mm-hmm. And she just
those are the questions.
They have to investigate and see.
You got to investigate.
Consistent behavior
for a hate crime. Now, for an adult hitting a child, I don't care if you racist or not.
Right.
You don't do that.
Don't touch anyone.
So you're getting in trouble for that anyway.
Exactly. Whether she's racist or not.
And why you have to pull the girl's hair and stuff? If you have an issue with them getting out, or if they not moving fast enough, then call the police like y'all do all the time.
Or even if they call you a name, they can call you out of your name. That still don't give you that still doesn't allow you to touch them.
Exactly.
So okay. So
all
we'll
right.
see. So this is Donkey.
She's the donkey of the day.
Truly the donkey.
Rosebud said, hello, everyone. Hey, Rosebud.
Hey.
And that legal AM26 said, a child at that. Yes. You hitting a child.
Right.
And you a grown woman.
Right. She could have handled, and she's a manager?
Apartment manager.
She could have handled that much more professional. And
gonna pour pop on him.
That's a manager would do that.
Now, that part is the reason why the mom is going to sue you other than hitting. Mm-hmm. Because for you to pour, I watched the video. Mm-hmm. He was standing there. She literally took it and poured it over his head. And he just sat like this.
To embarrass him.
That's embarrassing. He's he probably feels insuperior to you.
Yeah.
Not only the fact that you're an adult, but that you're a white person.
Yeah.
And the way that we're taught, and I know a lot of white people don't understand it, but a lot of black people teach their kids, don't do nothing. Mm-hmm. Especially if the police pull you over. Yes. Keep your hands on the wheel, for God's sake. And whatever they say,
respectful.
Don't get smart. Don't say nothing. Don't give them no reason to do nothing to you. And we'll handle it on the other side.
Yes. Don't run.
My mother said, don't run. Don't have an attitude. Don't talk back. Don't get smart. Don't give them a reason to take you down.
But you know
Come home and tell me, and we'll deal with it on the other side. That's probably how he felt.
One of our friends, she's married to it's an interracial couple marriage. So her kids are biracial, but the son has a lot of brown in him, so he looks like a brown. Like he could be black boy with his little hood and stuff. She didn't realize what we talk about with them as a black mom.
Yeah.
Keeping your kids safe.
Yeah.
Making sure they're not running from
until it happened to her.
Until it happened to her son. And
her son was at the park. Her son was at the park. He's biracial. But he looks more black than anything.
Yeah.
And the police came over there. All white. He's with all white boys and stuff.
Yeah.
And asked him what was he doing, or why was he there?
Yeah. Out of all the boys. So,
even the white boys was like, why y'all messing with him?
Well, he with us.
And he remembered what his mom said. Don't get smart. Don't say nothing. Just if you got to come back to us and tell us what happened, come back and tell us.
And as a white woman married
and she said to us, she said, wow.
That was a wake-up moment.
That was a wake-up call for her.
She said, I get it now.
My son is biracial. I gotta have the same conversation with him.
Thank you. Her by herself may not get bothered, but her kids and her husband. Ain't that something?
How is that different than a little black boy taking the garbage out and they came in and put him in handcuffs?
And he didn't even have the right outfit on. They said a white t-shirt. He had on a different color t-shirt.
A light blue or some t-shirt.
His dad asked him to take the garbage out. And the cops
Oh, he fit the description.
With shorts on and a t-shirt.
But he handled it good. Don't get smart. Relax. Everybody calm down.
Simmer down.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to take care of this, son. On the other side.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the conversations that people have with young black kids.
Yeah.
So he probably had that. Somebody had that with him.
And
for him to stand there, for this white woman to pour soda over his head,
Lord
and he
have
stand there and take it.
Oh, because the video shows that?
Yes.
Oh.
He was only 10 years.
Only 11.
Yeah.
Okay. 10 or 11.
Rosebud says it's a shame, but there are things our children will have to endure that they will never have to endure. We will have to have these conversations with our boys. Thank you. And that's the part where I said bobbleheads like Candace Owens goes the extreme on the other side.
Yeah.
She will say, well, you really, that's nothing right. This country's not that bad where you have to have those
She'll
conversations.
probably say they shouldn't have been there in the first
Shouldn't have,
place.
then they wouldn't have had the pop poured over his head if they wasn't there in the first place.
That white lady is really the victim, not the black
Like
kid.
George Floyd had his knee on his own neck.
Thank you. He was
She
holding,
did a
he was
whole
holding himself down.
expose to disprove
That the officer had his knee on
she
his
don't
neck.
have nothing else that she can talk about and do a biography on or anything as a black woman in this country.
Yeah.
Her whole makeup was to disprove Black Lives Matter and George Floyd.
Yes, the whole situation.
That's what she wrapped her bird brain around.
I don't even know.
And then showed the other one with the Juneteenth. That was her next big expose to disprove Juneteenth.
Oh God, she's just out to just smear.
Show black women on top of the building shaking and dancing, talking about this is how you celebrate Juneteenth. Well, somebody called her buckethead out and said, "You big dodo bird. If you wasn't so big on trying to take down your own race, you would have saw that was an event that they have every year thrown by sororities.
Oh.
And you get paid to act goofy and silly on top of the building. People pay you to do stuff.
It's fundraising.
It's fundraising, you big dodo bird."
Yeah.
Those were college women.
Uh-huh.
She act like the hood's on top of the building, just dancing and twerking and shaking. I'll give you $1,000 if you twerk. Oh, shoot.
Razor.
We raising money for scholarships. And everybody there knows it's part of it. Nobody's walking by going, look at those black women on top of that building twerking. Only you did, Candace Owens, because you're a bonehead.
There are a lot of people that are self-hating their own race.
Exactly.
And that's sad. There are people in these different ethnic groups, they're self-hating their own people. So to the point where you're like, really?
I know somebody Latino. She can say she like Mexicans, but she don't.
She don't. And she won herself.
Oh, that's so embarrassing. Look at them with all those colors on. Oh my God.
I said, but you won too.
I don't dress like that and have all those colors
I'm
on.
bougie. No.
And then there's some things you find out, you fit stereotypes too. If I look long enough, you're going to fit one of them.
Why are we like that?
I
My
don't
God,
know.
it's a joke.
And it's a stereotype.
Yeah.
White people have stereotypes. Italians have stereotypes. And if you're a white person and you're Italian, you know what they are.
That's what Joy.
All nationalities, my mom
On
said,
The
have
View.
stereotypes.
Joy on The View. She says, I hate the negative stereotypes about my Italian people.
But it's the truth.
We're all not all mafia and
Exactly.
mobsters.
You're not. But we hear enough of y'all that
But
got a
you know
cousin
what?
or somebody that
I gotta say this one because I may have said it in another show. One of my coworkers, we've been friends over 25 years. We are actually friends, and she's South Korean, and I'm black. So we talk about everything from stereotypes to racism to prejudice, and we free to do that. So we were saying, what are some stereotypes about your people that you don't like?
Korean.
And Korean. She's South Korean, so she names them. She said, I hate when people think that I'm smart automatically.
They think we're smart.
I'm in the creative. I'm a graphics artist, and they always think that I'm smart
And we're
and
good at
wise, and they
math.
ask me, or
we sexy.
sexy,
Little Asian
sexual.
women. Yeah, Asian
a little
women.
sexy. I said, well, even your negative stereotypes is not as good as mine as a black woman. She said, what do you mean? My stereotypes are not good. I said, and I started naming the negative stereotypes with black women. She had to be quiet. She was like, "Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, they do think you this and that.
Lazy, stupid,
have a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Just the negative stuff that we said already about and we're laughing at it and stuff, but we both had to agree that we've got stereotypes
And
on all
I
of our
agree.
races, our ethnics.
If there's negative stereotypes, not that part, I agree with Candace Owen and them.
Yeah.
You want to disprove those myths.
Yeah.
So you go out of your way and you want to show not all black women are sexual or promiscuous or loud. Or I'm loud, but not all black women are loud.
Remember, Oprah said she couldn't dance. She didn't have rhythm.
But I'm saying they go to the extreme.
I know.
Just like this black lady said, my kids just wanted to cool off in the swimming pool. That's a dumb thing to say. And I understand why somebody like Candace Owens would say that.
Right.
Why would you say that your kids have the audacity to think that they not privileged, they say the other word. Not privileged when black people think handout. When you feel like you can that you could just go somewhere and get something.
She's justifying for them being over there just to cool off.
Right.
They were breaking a law.
But she don't have to go to the extreme on the other side.
Like Dr. Martin Luther King said, judge a man by his character.
Right.
Not his nationality.
My mother said, judge a man by his character and not his nationality.
She reminded us of Martin Luther King. One of the main teachings is judging someone by the
content of their character.
And not the color of their
exactly.
skin.
We agree.
Okay, Ma.
But
that was her 2 cents, y'all.
Yeah.
But to understand that if you don't know the person, you automatically go by what you see.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't, in my opinion, base everything on it. But you do go by what you see first. If you're a man and you see a woman, you automatically are going to assume if I'm helping or whatever, I'm going to open the door for her, I'm going to help her.
You think?
Now, some women don't want you to open the door for them. But I don't want a man to be like, well, I don't know. Just do it. And then if she don't want you to do it, she'll tell you.
They may not open the door for me because they don't like my color.
They may not. You don't know.
You don't know what it is.
You don't know. All right, so that was the donkey of the day.
Got it.
So you know who Charlemagne the God's donkey of the day is.
So we opening over?
Yeah, we went over.
Okay.
All right, so
so video was slow.
Rosebud said it's so sad. She laughing. And then Rosebud said, oh my goodness, she sounds like a clown and it's not a public pool, miss. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It belonged to that apartment. It's not a public pool.
They tried to do that.
Even at a public pool, you can't go with kids by themselves.
They tried to do that at the place we lived at. Kids from another area that lived near us. We have our pool enclosed with the fence. They tried to get in and swim, and the manager came out and made them leave.
Yes.
Well, they broke a window to the office because they was mad at her. But she did her job. She said, "You guys can't swim here. This is only for the people that live in this apartment."
I agree.
So,
all right, y'all. Don't forget to get our book. 100 family-friendly jokes. The link is in the description.
Amazon.
And it's on Amazon. Just put in 100 family-friendly jokes or the Woods Report.
Okay.
And you'll get that. We're working on volume 2. That'll be out. Hopefully by the end of this month. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Always believe. All right? And that was another Woods Report. See y'all later.